Feeding and seeding. Where is everybody? Sorry, Nine Inch Nails is happening and I'm too busy to talk. I'm your host, Zeos Pantera. This is In-Ear Fetish, and this is a collaboration announcement video. People get real butthurt if I actually review my own collaborations, so I'm not going to directly. I'll leave that to the other reviewers, people who buy it, give their own little written reviews, whatever, fine. But here's the thing, when I promise you there's a cheap collab coming. I fucking swear on my honor there's a sub $100 collab coming. But not this one. This is the Kinera Nanna. It's going to be $900. $50 off if you reserve a slot for $1. I don't know. Linslow's doing it weird. This is also not the final packaging. The off-center sticker with just the thing. This is, I didn't do this. It's fine. Kinera Nanna, for the longest of times, has been my favorite IEM. And I know when I did my first collab, the Z12, which is up there on the shelf, it was like, oop, $170, planar. Love the S12. Or I actually hadn't heard the S12. They just asked. I'm like, oh, cool, a collab. And I think it turned out pretty good. Everyone who has Z12s, raise your hand. Cool. And then the Ultras came along, the SA6 Ultras. And the SA6 Ultras were interesting because they were an IEM that I liked but didn't love. They had problems. But I loved Dunu, and I wanted to get in bed with Dunu. I wanted to slide under the covers. And I wanted to show that I could do my job. And we sold out every one of those $630 IEMs in 72 hours. And they refused to make more, by the way. If you want a Dunu Ultra, a SA6 Ultra, please contact your nearest Dunu representative. I don't know where that is. Go on Twitter and make a rant. Because we did a limited run, because I figure a $600+ IEM, they're not going to sell out. They'll sell in trickles over a period of time. But everybody that reviewed them got them at the same time, loved them, and they were gone. So when Linsell reached out and was like, hey, do you want to do a collab? I was like, with what? Because there's like a billion IEMs. It could have been a Thigh Audio. It could have been and they were like, the Kinera Nanna. The Nanna that I have multiple pairs of the original Nanna because I love it so much. They were like, yeah, that Nanna. And I was like, $170 collab, $600 collab, $900 collab. Next, I need to collab with a fucking Ferrari or like a Range Rover Sport. This way, it's just higher and higher and higher until no one can afford my collabs. So I told them I will do the Nanna collab if I could do a fucking blonde collab. And they were like, yes, we'll talk to blonde. So there's going to be a blonde collab, not a blonde, a blonde. And we'll all be able to afford it. But until then, fucking Nanna. So let me just describe what I did, because here's what it looks like. They put my logo under the acrylic, which is kind of interesting. I mean, we might try the, we were going to try to do the Z logo, but they were like, no, we had this one, so we're doing this. They're very fast. They're a little less laid back than the other collabs. But like, we got this already, it's done. So I told them what I wanted. And my job, as when you're doing a collaboration like this, keep what you like and change what you don't like. The problem being with the fucking Nanna is one of my favorite IEMs. So what the fuck am I going to do? Like I even said, if I ever did the Dunu Zen Pro, I would just literally do nothing. Z reviews version. No dollars more, just if you'd like me. With this, I decided to try something different. Because there was a problem with the SA6 Ultra, with the SA6, and I made it the Ultra and I fixed it. The Nannas, I think, are relatively perfect for what they are. The thing is, it's been a couple years since Nanna came out. I know there's like a version 1 and there's a version 2. But could you do more? Could you make the Nanna more aggressive? Could you take this $900 dual electrostat single Xenon balanced armature with a 7mm dynamic that I've praised to the high heavens? Go find my original Z Reviews review of the Nanna, and probably the Nanna too, and then this channel's review of the Nanna, and look at them. And it's like, literally, this is the most this one here, the original one, is the most laid back $900 you could spend. You kick your feet up on a hammock and you're good. So I don't want to like ruin that. So let's just ruin that. So now I'm like, hey, can I get more detail? Can I get a little bit more aggressive bass? Not more bass. I just wanted the bass to be faster. It's a 7mm. Like, I asked for things in words. Like, I didn't give them graphs or charts. I just said roughly what I'd like to try. And they came back to me with the test set, which, by the way, and I'm going to be so upset because I'm showing you this. The test set they sent me back for, like, the testing. Look at it's got, like, flames on it. I was like, oh, do this. And like, no, we can't do that. It was just an experiment. Like, I'll kill you. You do this. And they can't do it. Maybe the next time. I'm never getting rid of those. So these were the tuning they sent back, and I burned them in, and I used them, and I'm like, all right, sending me the final set to verify. So here's the final set. I have just verified in the last few days. They only arrived recently. It's a little bit before Christmas. I don't know when this is coming out. But, yeah. Because I was just back and forth. I had them on this, and then I had them on the Zala, then I had them on portables. And if you take Nanna and have it drink a couple fucking 5-hour energies, now we have Nanna 2.1, the Z-Tune edition. I believe that's what we settled on the name. It was real weird because it was like, do I do the Nanza or the Nanna Z? Nanna's? Znana? I don't know. It was real hard. It's real hard when the name is Nanna, and the Nanna isn't exactly a great name. It's fine. I don't want to take that away. I want people to know where love goes. So do I. So what I basically requested came true. I wasn't sure how much, because the problem with electrostatics, if you ask them to turn them up, they can very easily go, and you're on fire. I'm not on fire. Remember, this is not a review of these. People get pissy. I'm just telling you what I requested, and I'm telling you what I believe they've accomplished. So the bass is punchier than the originals. For those of you who've never heard the $900 original, this is irrelevant to you. So I guess I should compare to, I don't know, music in general, just general sound. So it's a punchy low end instead of a smooth low end. The originals are smooth. Smooth as butter. Smooth as crack cocaine in an alleyway at night with a moon. I don't know if that's smooth, but it's like laying in a bed of peanut butter. And these are like laying in a bed of chunky peanut butter because you feel it. You feel more of the low end. Those highs come in and all of a sudden it's not as subdued and relaxed. It's like, oh, it's a little bit more, but it's Nanna more. So it's like, oh, I like this. Hit me with this, daddy. Daddy hurt me, baby. Please edit, cut that. I should hire an editor so that actually matters. But then what good would these videos be if I hired an editor? Yeah, I think I don't think everyone's going to like it. I think people who like the Nanna for what it is, for what I described it previously as just the most expensive fucking spa treatment you can get. And what I did was I just turned it up to like, okay, you're still at the spa, but not yet at the expensive spa. Where instead of having like the random in-ceiling speakers, they've got some really nice hanging, like fortes, like Klipsch fortes are hanging down off the ceiling. They're giving you a little more for your money. So that's why they're the 2.1. They're not the 3.0. I haven't changed them entirely to the point where it's like, it's a whole new thing. I just put a little stank on it. But this time, other than like the SA6 or the Z12s where I tried to soften everything, which actually the Z12s are not really that soft. People are like, oh, they still have sharp highs. I liked the upper end of the Z12s. I just wanted more low end. The Ultras, I wanted more mid-range. There was just no mid-range to even exist. And they fucking inflated it like something from a hentai. And everybody lost their shit about the Ultras. I wish you could try them. You can't. Junior, please re-release the Ultras. With the Nannas here, I loved everything about them originally. But I was bored. It was boredom. It's like why McDonald's go from those old brick brown buildings to like those fancy ones that look like they're from Demolition Man. It's just boredom that does that. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. You're going to do a collab with me. Let's make it at least different. So you can expect just the highs are just, and I want to define it. I want to talk about it, but I'm not doing a review. They fucked with it, and they found out. And so will you, if you decide to buy them. I'm not, it's up to you. This is a $900 collab. This is not something that's like, oh shit, just here, pocket change. Give me 4 sets, I'll give them to my grandkids. Unless you buy 4 sets to give them to your grandkids, I thank you wholeheartedly. You know, I'm hoping other reviewers like the change. Because here's the thing, if you've never heard Nanna before, which I'm assuming a lot of people haven't, because it's, as much as I liked it, I don't think it was that popular because of how laid back it was. Now, with a little more aggression to the sound, I say the word aggression, but I don't want you to think like, oh, that means it's going to be sharp, that's going to be sibilant. No. Do you know who I am? All right, I want to lay down and sleep with everything. That's not a sexual thing. That's just, I don't want to be woken up by like murderous treble or anything. I wanted to just experience the detail a little bit more than I was in the last time. And they've accomplished that. Soundstage, imaging, all that. The imaging is actually probably better because there's more treble to deal with. There's more upper mid-range to deal with. The bass is punchier. I literally was just going, you know how hard it is to fast switch IEMs? It's very difficult. My ears are sore. I'm going to have to go lotion them up. But I was like, I had one in one ear, and then I like had the amp, and then I put the other one in the other ear, and then I was like, all right, now go back. And it was fucking wild. But this was it. This was the night where I was going to do that. I didn't want to obsess with it for 3 or 4 days. One night, one go, compare to the originals, compare to the new ones. Do you love the new ones? Yes. Do you think you like them better than the originals? Yes. I've accomplished my task. I would still use the originals because they're still one of my top IEMs of all time, if not the top. There's been a very recent, I'm just going to mention it because they exist, and they're actually like $30 more than these will be, but they're the Soft Ears Twilight. I won't link them, but find my review on this channel of the Soft Ears Twilight, because those things blew my fucking mind. Those are a whole different category of IEM. I don't want to talk about it. These are an improvement of a classic. As far as I'm concerned, the Nannas are a classic IEM. There's been the same best, I think, since my old apartment. I think the Nannas were there, the version 1, and the version 2 when I first moved, and it's just been sort of like stagnated. And in fact, the version 1 right now is on sale for $806. I'm sorry, the version 2 is on sale for $806, the version 1 for $764. I don't know why they kept all the different versions. I actually have, this is a pre-production version 2 because it doesn't have the labeling in it, which makes it very rare. Anyone like to buy a very rare set of Nannas? No, I'm not selling them. But yeah, so they're going to squeeze out all the old ones because the 2.1s are going to come out, and if lightning strikes a third time, these are going to be pretty much in demand. I hope I did well. I hope I did well. Again, I leave it up to the other reviewers. If they hate it, no one buys it. Then I do another collab. The blonde collab will come out, and I'll kill it with that one because I'm literally changing the color and the wire and the tips. And then I might tweak the sound. But yeah, no, that's it. I just wanted to make that announcement. I don't even have the final packaging here. I really need them to pop a hole in these boxes so that they can actually fall out at a normal speed, because this is just... it just takes too goddamn long. I should have asked if I could rewrite all the stuff in the box, too. And then they have this crazy Battlestar Galactica style, like, paper that has weird corners. Just giving you a quick tour of, like, what's going to be in it. You will get... here's the cable it comes with, by the way. It is a 2-wire. They've always had 2 wires. I thought they had a different wire. This one came with a different wire. And I'm like, that's a nice wire. But it comes with a silver 2-wire twist with a nice titanium. I think that's a titanium. It looks titanium. If it's not titanium, it's nice. It's pretty basic. It's a pretty basic wire. I'm actually, on the set I'm testing, this is the Kinera cable, the Let's Sure Kinera cable that is sold on Amazon. So if you want to get one of the upgrade cables from that, they all have interchangeable heads though. You can swap it out to whatever you want. We're talking about $1,000 fucking IEM here. We're not going to screw around with it. User manual in case you don't understand how to put things in. You got the Kinera tips, more Kinera tips, all your adapters. You get the standard Kinera case with more tips, just tips everywhere. We're trying to get Tacony tips in the box. It should be doable. because I'm recording this in December and it's going to be not shipping till January. You probably will get a set of Dakoni tips. If not on this collab, you'll get it in the blonde collab. But we're working on it. This box is absolutely absurdly too thick. It doesn't need to be about that thick. So as much as I hate waste, there you go. You're getting a cool hexagonal box with all this stuff. And that wallpaper's in the Horde, and Patreon and Subscribe Star support this channel. And if you want to see these reviews early, to know things are coming out, all IEM reviews get pushed there in like one post every time I make 5 of them, and all the other reviews. Yard sales, where I may sell one of my older sets of Nannas. I think I have 3. I think one's in Canada. So yeah, yard sales there. And then sound demos, if you are interested in my sound demos for speakers and headphones, those are on a private channel now, not available on YouTube. Check that out. For $10 a month, you get in the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where you can ask me questions directly. And, you know, when I was trying to name these, who do you think I asked? I asked my $10 patrons, because it's a beautiful little chat. We all just go back and forth all day long. They had some really funny names. Really funny names. The Nanna, what was the one? The girl from Nazuna. It was gonna be Nazuna. So it could be an anime reference. It's a good idea. Yeah, no, I'm done. This is it. I'm just telling you that these exist as an upgrade to these. As far as I'm concerned, it's an upgrade. I'll let everyone else decide. We'll see if it brings them to tears too. All right, that's it. Wallpaper in the Horde. I'm Zeos Pantera of In-Ear Fetish. And I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully be a collab that doesn't cost more than my goddamn house. It's kind of cool that my logo is in that.